Hello and welcome to the HLRM 170 Parasites Part 3. In the last presentation we covered roundworms. In this presentation we'll cover flatworms. The platyhelminths, or flatworms, which are composed of two more groups, the trematodes or flukes, and the cestodes or tapeworms. This is a picture of a liver with liver flukes on it. The liver fluke life cycle starts with the adult in the bile ducts. Its eggs pass into the intestines and passed out of the animal. The eggs must be hatched in water, and the larvae hatch and seek out a snail. They develop on the snail and attach to a plant. The animal ingests the infected plant, and the flukes pass into the intestines and burrow through the abdominal cavity to the lungs. The symptoms of liver fluke are similar to the other parasites, where you may witness your animals with anemia, weight loss, and death if not treated. The damage these parasites cause are irritation and thickening of the bile duct and fibrosis of the liver. Cestodes or tapeworms cause less damage than roundworms. They cause less damage than roundworms because they don't damage the tissue or feed off the blood. They only feed off of food passing through the intestine. Tapeworms have an elaborate attachment mechanism because they hold fast with an impressive string of body segments. The life cycle begins when the segments of the tapeworm break off and pass through the feces. Each segment contains eggs that pass out of the feces. The eggs are eaten by a small mite called orbitid that lives in the grasses and found in pastures. In beef and pork, there are no visible symptoms except when the animal is slaughtered. Tapeworms cause little economic damage to cattle. The life cycle of beef and pork tapeworm is the adult lives only in man. Eggs contaminate the feed of the animal through human contact. And the animal ingests the feed and the eggs pass into the intestinal wall. Larvae lodge into muscle, causing a cyst, and is passed back to man when infected meat is eaten. Tinea crabae. An ungulate host may commonly most get infected are caribou, reindeer, and moose. Infected animals will appear healthy. Humans cannot be infected by T. crabae, but your dog can. Cysts can easily be removed during butchering. The adult tapeworms lay eggs in the intestines of the carnivore. Eggs shed in the carnivore's feces, and the eggs will look like rice. They contaminate plants that are eaten by the ungulate. The eggs then hatch into larvae and travel in the blood, where they form cysts in the muscle. Carnivores become infected when they eat the meat with the cysts. Some of you may have seen these cysts before. Echinococcus granulosa. Hunters and dog mushers take note of this tapeworm. The adult is found in canids, foxes, coyotes, wolves, and dogs. Cervids, like reindeer, caribou, and moose, and humans serve as intermediate hosts. The eggs are shed in feces of canid and eaten by cervid. The eggs hatch into larvae and migrate to the liver or the lung. Thousands of larvae form a fluid-filled cyst. A carnivore will eat the cyst and become infected. This is a serious and sometimes life-threatening infection in humans. Surgery to remove the cyst without it bursting and spilling the larvae into the body can sometimes be very difficult. Here is the life cycle of Echinococcus, with the definitive host being the canid, and the intermediate host being the human and the cervid. Make sure to watch the final presentation on arthropod parasites and how to treat and prevent all of the mentioned parasite infections.